Well, hello everyone. This is Edith.
This is Horatio with Sozo Consulting.
Yeah, and welcome back, guys. So excited to see you. We have done our blood sugar challenge for a month, and hopefully you guys got some good results. I know I did. I'm gonna post my pictures of just what that month did for me, and trying to help get my blood sugar balance like it should. So onward and forward, we're getting ready to start our next challenge, and this challenge is going to be on the kidneys. So yes, 14 days, we're gonna focus on the kidneys.
Okay, so what can 14 days do for you? In just 2 weeks, many people can reduce inflammation, decrease swelling, improve hydration balance, and feel better overall. This is not a cure, but it's meaningful progress. Before I go any further, the information we give is for educational purposes only. It's not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. So let's jump back into it.
So kidneys do not have to be cleansed, because they are actually the ones that do the cleansing, right?
Yes, they are. They're the body's cleaner along with the liver. So, but they can be supported, protected, and sometimes partially healed depending on what's going on. So, let me explain this clearly and honesty without hype. So what kidneys actually do? First and foremost, your kidneys are self-cleaning organs, and the job that they do is they filter waste from the blood, balance fluids and electrolytes, regulate blood pressure, activate vitamin D, manage acid-base balance. Okay, you can't have too much acid in your blood because it causes disease to easily set up in your body. You want to have a balanced pH level for the most part, base level. Anything go with pH of 7, where 7 and above is base, 7 and below is acid forming. So we know that cancer cells thrive in acid filled parts of the body. Okay, so there's no safe external cleanse that scrubs kidneys clean. There are other things that can do that. It takes a little time, but you have to put in the effort, okay? Now, sometimes people can use detox teas, kidney flushes, and harsh cleanses that often make the kidneys function worse. So we don't want to do anything to flush out our electrolytes, flush out the prebiotics that the body needs, and the good things, basically.
So, what is possible? Now, I know we said that partially healed, but you know what? We're believing that God can fully heal your kidneys through this that we're about to do. Yeah, we're believing, okay? We're praying with you guys. So, kidneys can be protected from further damage, okay? But again, we're believing for a complete restoration. They also can be supported to reduce the workload and the inflammation on them, all right? Also, they can be stabilized, okay? That slows or stops the decline in their function, and they can be partially improved if they're in their early stages, typically. But you know what? Again, we are believing God for you.
So, especially when the damage is from dehydration, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, inflammation, medications, and repeated infections.
And that's why we started focusing on the blood sugar, because if you guys remember, I told you that's that gateway to disease. So you can see how it has a direct effect on the kidneys as well.
Exactly. So what actually helps the kidneys work to become cleaner? First and foremost, hydration. That's most important. So hydration is basically drinking clean water. And when I say clean water, it's not necessarily drinking water out of your hydrant or your sink, but you can go and buy water from the grocery store or from say Whole Foods and Sprouts and other places. Even Walmart carries distilled water, spring water, and those types of water. If you can't do that, then you may want to invest in filters for your kitchen sink. We ourselves have filters on our shower heads, because the shower heads, you can eat healthy and work hard to be healthy, but when we're taking those hot showers, our pores open up, and the chemicals that come out of this shower head just get right back into our body. So it's
I was gonna say, which make your kidneys have to work to filter that out.
extra hard. So to reiterate, we have filters on our showers, filters in our on our kitchen sink, and of course filters. A filter on our refrigerator, and we also buy water. I know that's extreme for a lot of people, but where we live is, we have the Sprouts and the Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, so we can go to those places and buy the water. But there are times where you can't buy that water, or you just don't have the income, or it's just extra. Because we are doing a little bit extra. It's easy for me because I work near the grocery stores over there. But let's get back on task, because I digressed.
Well, I'll say for the water too, it's not about overhydration, it's about hydration. So, a lot of times we'll get in this rut of trying to drink a whole lot of water at one time. Well, that can overload your kidneys. So you don't want to do that. So you want to space it out throughout the day.
Right. And don't be drinking a gallon of water a day, because what you're doing then is you're flushing out your
electrolytes.
your electrolytes, and that can cause you to pass out and your body to shut down. So you don't want to do that. It can even cause death, if you're not doing it correctly. Okay, so drink when you're thirsty, because your senses will tell you when you need something. Of course, when you're hungry, you know to eat. When you're thirsty, you know to drink. So don't let your body become dehydrated, because that causes a host of other issues to where your muscles atrophy or dry up. You have arthritic issues. It's just a host of things that you don't want to have to go through. Okay. All right.
So reducing kidney load. So one of the things is moderate protein. So typically for protein, it should be 3 to 4 ounces a day, like 1 egg or 3 ounces of salmon or 3 ounces of, and the salmon needs to be wild caught salmon.
Atlantic.
Yeah, and I got a thing. I don't know if you want to show it or not. But and then if you do eggs, because eggs are so packed full of protein, it really only needs to be 1 egg a day, which I know a lot of people eat 3 and 4 eggs at a time. But if you're trying to help get your kidney stable, just like limit it to 1 egg at a time.
Yeah. Also, eggs are a perfect protein. You don't have to go and buy the protein from the stores. You want to get some, what kind of eggs would they need to get? What would you say?
You know what? It's kind of hard today, because let me tell y'all, I'm spending like $7, $8 on these eggs, thinking I'm getting pasture raised, like where the chickens get to walk around on the grass and eat the worms and all that stuff. And come to find out, what I've been buying, oh my God, they've been lying to us.
Yeah, we've been getting hustled. So it's an advertising ploy. That's what we found out. So
find you somebody that got some chickens.
Right.
Okay.
Or go to the co-op. Go to your local co-op. Some of the co-ops have just regular eggs from mom and pops, farmers who live in your area. And also, those natural eggs don't have to be refrigerated. They don't have to be refrigerated. But because we put detergent on our eggs, it takes out the natural protection that the mother hen puts on the eggs to protect them, and then that's when you have to refrigerate the eggs. That's why in America we have to refrigerate our eggs. Other nations, their eggs can sit out without refrigeration.
And then we're supposed to avoid high sodium processed foods. So, avoiding that high sodium doesn't necessarily mean you need to take all the salt out of your diet.
Yeah, it's the table salt. The salt with the little girl holding the umbrella. Avoid that salt. That's not natural salt. That it is salt, but it isn't salt. It has fillers in it. It has anti-sticking agents in it. It has silica in it, which is some type of plastic to make it pour easier. But once you eat that and get it ingest that into your body feels like it's under attack. Therefore, it causes your blood vessels to restrict, causing your blood pressure. Your blood pressure to increase.
Which will affect your kidneys.
Absolutely.
And then if you take ibuprofen, like Ann says, naproxen, like those can be harsh on your kidneys
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely. You have to give your body time to rest. You have to give your kidneys time to rest. You have to give your liver time to rest. That means if you're constantly drinking, constantly eating, your organs don't have an opportunity to take a break. They're on call 24/7. And if you, and I know, if I'm working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I am going to break down. So it's the same thing for your organs.
Yeah. And then reducing those sugar spikes, which we have worked on for a good month. So if you guys have done what we asked you to do, your sugar should be like at a point where it's regulated and not going super high or going super low.
Yeah, I think the standard is like 100. 100. But, if you're hovering around 115, 120, you don't have to like be super alarmed about it. Just after you eat something that possibly can cause your blood sugar to spike or increase, just immediately get up and walk around the house. If it's too cold outside, get some dumbbells. Anytime you use your muscles, you burn the stored sugar, glycogen, out of your body, and that balances your blood sugar.
So let's look at how to, because we need to lower inflammation. So you got ginger and turmeric, which both help to do that. And oh, thank you, dear. So, ginger, woo! What you go about ginger?
Ginger is an anti-inflammatory root vegetable, as you can see. And, you get you like a nub, maybe this much, a little bit less, because this is a big nub right here. But you can shave it off. Sometimes people just eat the skin as well. And you can grate it into your food, or you can put it in a blender with some blueberries, some raspberries. You see what I'm going here? Berries. And add a little coconut milk or regular milk, and maybe some stevia, if it's not sweet enough for you, and you drink that. It's an anti-inflammatory. It decreases inflammation in your body. So you don't want to be inflamed all the time, because then that causes a major cascade of breakdown in your body's organs, which will put you in the hospital for a long period of time or stuck on medication.
And we don't want that. That's why we're trying to prevent that today. So then also omega-3s lower your inflammation.
Absolutely.
And you can get that. We already showed you the fish, but also flax.
Flaxseed, yeah.
And then whole foods, not this processed stuff that we normally eat, okay?
Yeah, that's McDonald's and nearly every fast food restaurant. Be very careful, because the oils themselves cause inflammation. You have to be very aware of that. So,
also, kidney support filtration. So they help maintain healthy blood pressure, and they also help maintain stable blood sugar, and that can be amplified by making sure that there's gentle movement, like my husband just said, walking, exercise, and
you can ride a bike, get a mini trampoline with the handles on it. And you know, even if you're 80, 90 years old, you still can use it because you don't have to stand and hold yourself. You can actually sit down on it and just kind of, you know, move up and down. And you can do this while you're watching television and, you know, start moving when the commercials start. So when you do those type things, you don't realize that you're getting a good exercise in. And also it's opening your mucous membrane in your lymph nodes, which are very important throughout the body to detox the body every day.
And it also helps improve renal blood flow. So making sure your blood is moving through your kidneys to help it to filter out all those toxins. So you got to address the root cause, and that's what we're trying to talk to you about today. So kidneys decline because of something else. So either it's diabetes because of their blood sugar, or hypertension, all right, because of all the stress and whatnot. You can have autoimmune conditions, infections, you know, women get UTIs a lot, you know, those things. Any type of
yeast infections.
Oh, yes. Anything. And then any obstruction, and that could be.
You can have bowel obstructions. You can have stones, kidney stones. What's the other stone? There's quite a few stones out there that people tend to get. But you can get rid of that and keep that at bay by making sure you up your vitamin C, which can be found in lime juice and lemon juice. The organic kind, though, not the stuff you find in most grocery stores.
Yeah. And then we already talked about the NSAIDs, so the medications also can work hard on your kidneys, okay?
Yeah, basically any medication will cause stress on your kidneys because once again, the kidneys are the filters of the body.
So, there are the kidney cleanses out there that my husband talked about, the different detoxes you can do. So sometimes you'll see people talk about partially flushes or lemon-only fasts, apple cider vinegar shots, essential oil detoxes, high-dose diuretics, magnesium or potassium loading. Like all of that, really you need to steer clear from because, you know, slow and low, simple is, you know, consistent is what will have your body shift and do what it needs to do. Like all of that stuff is a little
yeah, those things can cause electrolyte imbalances and kidney injury for the most part. Once again, you want to keep the kidneys healthy because if you don't keep those kidneys healthy, they're going to let you know because you're going to feel like somebody just sucker punched you in your gut, both sides.
Yeah. So how do we reset? 14 days reset. This is what we got to do. So we're going to take water and drink it spaced throughout the day, all right? If you got ginger in a tea, get you some ginger tea.
Yeah.
Balanced meals. You want to talk about that at all?
PFC. If you anybody out there ever been in the military, like I was a PFC for a short period of time when I was in the Army, and that's private first class. But in this case, it's protein, fats, and carbs. So you want to have a whole bunch of fat, good fat though. You know, like avocado, coconut oil, avocado oil. What's the good? Fatty fish, fish that come from northern waters. You know, because they get fatter, they have to have that blubber on them per se to keep warm. And there are a few other oils. Ghee, which is a type of butter. What is beef tallow, not pork tallow. We stay away from the swine. Too many parasites in the swine. And then what did I say? PFC. So I already did the fat. Your protein. You want to have like the palm of your hand. My wife said about 3 ounces. You can stretch to maybe 4 ounces, but I wouldn't do that often. Even 5 ounces, but I wouldn't do that too often because if you eat too much protein, it ends up causing more issues later on because the body doesn't know it does know what to do with it, and it's going to take it and store it as fats. Okay, if you eat too much protein. And then carbs. You want to keep your carbs at maybe 5%, 10% when it comes to your food. I like carbs. I have to be honest. I love potato chips, but I have to be careful when I eat those. And the potato chips I eat, mind you, are healthy potato chips. So even healthy foods, if done overboard, can cause issues. So you have to just be balanced in your mind about how you're gonna feed yourself or fuel your body. Every time you eat something, your body tries to make insulin, or it does make insulin. So you just have to use the correct fuel to fuel your body.
And two, really the most that you really need to take in is vegetables. Like, hey, have at it,
So what kind of vegetables are you talking about?
So some foods that are really good for your kidneys are blueberries for one, okay? And I used to put those blueberries in a smoothie, and that's the only way like I ate them. But I have recently discovered that they have like a nice little crunch pop to them, and so like I now just pop them in my mouth and just eat them raw, So and they're really good for your kidneys.
Oh, I forgot about the other fats. You got walnuts, you got pecans. Those are good medium chain fatty acid fats as well. As far as your fats go, and vegetable wise, you want to eat cabbage, cauliflower, red bell peppers. I think we got one on the table there. Garlic, and this big head of cabbage right here. This is not an iceberg lettuce. It kind of looks like it, but it's not. It's cabbage. And the other protein is an egg. The reason the egg is an excellent protein is because the mother hen lays the egg actually to make a life. It's like the umbilical cord. The nourishment goes to make a life, but it's absent of a sperm. So we're able to eat the egg, but it has everything a life needs to succeed. So that's why it's so nutritious, and it is considered a perfect protein. So if you're going to the gym and you're taking all these different drugs to get bigger and stronger, what happens is when you're introducing those drugs or supplements into your body says, since you're getting it from the outside, I'm going to stop making it. So you don't want that to happen.
And talking about a perfect food with the egg, y'all heard the saying, the apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, apples are really good for kidneys as well to help with that healing process. And my favorite, garlic. Oh my goodness, garlic has so many great attributes to it. I don't know, was it anti-inflammatory?
It's one of the best anti-inflammatories on the planet, but it does cause a sting when you eat it. Don't eat the whole clove, just a
little piece.
Take a piece off and kind of nibble it. But even before you do that, you want to take that piece and you want to smash it and wait for like 10 minutes, and what's that? Allicin comes out, and that makes it even more potent. And then you can like nibble if it's too strong for you to just pop it in. So I'm to the point to where I can pop a clove in, and it doesn't burn as much as it did in the beginning.
Yeah, because it burns. Woo wee.
It burns, but whatever's ailing you tends to decrease and dissipate. So that's a good thing.
And so also that for the exercise, gentle walking, making sure your meals are consistent, reduce your stress, and my goodness, we always forget about that sleep. We need to make sure we're getting quality sleep.
Absolutely. So you can sleep 10 to 12 hours, but if it's not restorative quality sleep, then your body is still under stress. And when you're under stress, your body makes cortisol. So no matter how well you eat or healthy you eat, you still find yourself plateauing and not being able to lose any more weight than you have, within the first, second, or third week. So you want to get restorative sleep at night. I myself, I try to get 8 hours. If I can get 9, that's even better. But get you a good night's sleep. And I always say we owe God a good night's sleep every night, no matter what's going on, before we get home or when we get home.
Mm-hmm. So, if you do all of this, all right, watch your rest and watch your exercise, watch your
What you're eating.
Yeah, what you're eating, making sure that you're limiting the protein, what you should see in 14 days, all right? Because you're going to see a difference in yourself. So, you should see less puffiness, because typically what happens is your body is retaining that water, the fluid, because your kidneys aren't working right. And sometimes people will even notice like they have issues urinating. It's not like it should be.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
And then you have swelling around the ankles.
Mm.
Your ankles become cankles. Things. So you have to be careful. That means if you have swelling in the lower extremities, that means that the fluids in your body is not circulating like it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm. So you also should see better focus mentally, and then your energy should be more stable, okay? Instead of like walking around tired and feeling feeble and weak, okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So that's all we have for you today. So 14 days. We're going to do this. We're going to limit our meat. We're going to increase our vegetables, adding those blueberries and cabbage, ginger, all of that to help with the inflammation. And we're going to rest, exercise, do all of that. So I look to see you guys soon. Be blessed. Be empowered.
Right. As always, this has been Edith and Horatio. And we always say, be blessed and be empowered. So we'll catch you guys next time, okay?
Bye.
See you later.